Hi, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me today. I'm really excited to learn from your experience in field of urban and regional planning. Before to start this, can you introduce yourself, Mister?
Yes. First, my name is Anugrah from Urban and Regional Planning, ITNY, aka ITNY.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, Good morning, Mr. An.
Good morning.
So to start off, I'd like to know more about your role as a studio assistant. How do you contribute the learning or planning process in the studio?
Uh, Usually, I'm helping applying planning, theory or practice, provide technical guidance, and support lecture during studio session.
Oh, interesting. I imagine being involved in the environment must be quite dynamic. Speaking of daily tasks, what kind of technical skill or software do you usually use while working?
I'm usually use ArcGIS,
Okay.
Microsoft Excel, Word, and other applications.
Okay, that sounds like a lot of work. What do you say is the most challenging part of assisting planning or learning activities in the studio?
Make each individual responsible because later they will often work in groups.
Uh, Thanks for saying that. And now, stepping a bit deeper into the world of planning, based on your experience, how do you think planners can bridge the gap between what the community needs and what the government wants to implement?
Oh yeah. Through open dialogue, community participation, and translating local input into formal planning documents.
That's a thoughtful perspective. Uh, I've always wondered, do you think there's a noticeable gap between what we learn in the classroom and what actually happens in the field? Could you share an example?
Uh, I think no, because in my opinion, in regional and urban planning, theory and practice are closely intertwined.
Okay, right. The difference can be quite surprising sometimes. Now, what's your take on participatory planning? Do you think community involvement is truly happening in planning projects today?
Uh, I think very important because community participation is one of the keys to successful planning.
Great insights. Let's talk about careers. As someone with a technical background, how do you view job opportunities in urban and regional planning, especially in support or technical roles?
Uh, the prospects are very good. Can work in government, private sector, or planning consultant.
Okay, I see. That's really helpful, especially for students like me. Do you have any advice for fresh graduates who wants to go straight into workforce instead of pursuing future student right away?
Oh yeah. Strengthen technical skill, build our portfolio, join internship, and get involved in field activities or competition.
Nice. I'm curious. What has been the most memorable experience or project you've been part of in this field, and what lesson did you take away from it?
Maybe a community-based tourism planning project.
Okay.
I learned the value of listening and respecting local perspective.
Oh, that's inspiring to hear. Lastly, how do you see technology shaping the future of urban and regional planning?
I think it will be essential, especially in smart city, spatial analysis, and digital participation, but must be balanced with human-centered approach.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Hunt,
You're welcome.
for sharing all of of that. I've learned a lot from your answer and really appreciate your time. This has been super helpful for my assignment. Have a nice day, Mr. An. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Good morning, Dhiya.
Good morning.
I will interview you about urban planning. Are you ready?
Yes, thank you for the chance.
The first question is, can you tell us about your role as an urban planner?
Okay, of course, as a senior urban planner at city planning office, I'm responsible for designing special development strategies, analyzing land use, and helping shape long-term policies for sustainable growth. My daily work involves reviewing building proposals and collaborating with engineers and architects and presenting ideas to the city officials and communities. And urban planning is all about the creating livable, functional, and inclusive space where people can live, move around, and feel safe and connected. It's not just technical; it's deeply human.
Okay, the next question, number 2, is what inspired you to pursue a career in urban and urban planning?
First of all, I grew up in a city that had areas of big contrast. Some neighborhoods were organized and beautiful, while others were neglected and overcrowded. That even sparked my interest. Later in university, I realized that planning could bridge the gaps. I love how the field combines data, design, policy, and people. I want to be part of the effort to make cities better. Not only for today, but for tomorrow.
Okay, for the future generation. Okay. Question number 3 is, what kinds of project are you currently involved in?
Currently, I'm managing the large-scale mixed-use development in a growing urban area. We're integrating residential zones with public transport access and commercial centers promoting a competitive and workable neighborhood. At the same time, I'm also consulting on a disaster resilient housing initiative in a coastal town that frequently floods. But projects require working closely with the government bodies, environmental specialists, and local residents. Every project is different, and that's what makes the job interesting.
Okay, thank you. The fourth question is, what are the biggest challenges you face when planning urban spaces?
On major challenges with conflicting interests, developers may want to maximize profit. While communities demand affordable housing and green space, another challenge is bureaucracy. Planning process can be very slow due to the regulations and approvals. We also deal with the limited budget. All the data and sometimes political interference. Yes, governments. And lastly, there's public resistance and charge, especially when the proposed short-term solutions that might cause short-term inconvenience. So we must balance patience with reality.
The last question for me, the fifth is, how do you engage the community in your planning project?
Public participation is a key component of successful planning. Historically, audience exposure, public hearings, and sometimes the community also. We use interactive tools like digital maps where residents can post comments. We also work with local leaders to reach vulnerable groups. And it's important to listen carefully
morning, Miss Akbar.
Morning.
I will interview you. Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay. The first question. What tools or technologies do you use in your work?
We use a range of digital tools. It's called GIS, Geographic Information System, is essential for mapping and analysis. For design and visualization, we use AutoCAD, SketchUp, and sometimes BIM, Building Information Modeling. We also collect data using drones and satellite imagery. In recent years, we have developed online platforms for public service and even AI-based traffic modeling. Technology helps us plan for efficiently, but it still requires human judgment and collaboration.
Okay. The next question. How do you make sure a plant is environmentally and socially sustainable?
For the equation, sustainability is the core of our planning principles. For environmental aspects, we integrate green infrastructure, protect water bodies, and plan for climate resilience, such as better drainage and tree cover. Social sustainability means ensuring access to public facilities, affordable housing, and safe public space for all age groups. We also promote inclusive design. Cities should be accessible to people with disabilities, the elderly, and children. Sustainable planning requires thinking long term and considering future generation in every decision we make.
Okay. Can you tell us about a project you are particularly proud of?
Yes. One of our projects I'm proud of is transformation of an old industrial site into a public water fountain park. Maybe the area used to be cause of unfolded. Through careful planning and strong community engagement, we turn into a clean and accessible space with making trails, playgrounds, and culture facilities. Today, it's become a popular destination for families because it has revitalized nearby business. That project shows the power of planning to bring people together and improve quality of life.
Okay, next question. How do you see the future of urban planning, especially in the Indonesian context?
Right now, Indonesia is facing rapid urban growth, and our cities need to adapt about urban facilities or something like that. I see the future of planning moving towards smart and compact and visually cities are common about support about life society.
Okay, the last question. What advice would you give to students who want to become urban planners?
Advice for students who would become urban planning is there is more to explore about economic and environmental aspects because they are interrelated to create good urban planning.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Akila. This interview was very inspiring and I learned a lot about urban planning for your insight.